Hello everyone. In this particular video, we are going to discuss colleges which lie in the CAT percentile range of 80 to 90. Broadly, there are 12 institutes: NIRMA, 4, LBS, UBS, KJ Somaya, TAPME, GIM, LIBA, IRMA, Great Lakes, SRCC, and Delhi University's department, which has 3 courses: MHROD, MIB and MFC. Over this video, I am going to discuss the courses which are offered in these colleges, the tentative cutoffs, and obviously all of these things go with a disclaimer that you should do your bit of the research and you should fill up probably tracking the last dates of these form or applications, because certain of these colleges have their last dates for filling up the forms just before CAT. Some of them will be between CAT and the CAT results, and some of them will be just after CAT results. First things first, out of all the categories of these colleges, the colleges that I told you right now, IRMA, I like to take it a little specially or off the radar, because they take a total of 2 things. One is a CAT percentile and other one is the performance of the same candidate in their general awareness exam or social awareness exam. IRMA is known to conduct a GK based test, not just a GK, but it is social awareness or issues of social concern as they call it. That particular paper has a tougher cutoff to crack. Say probably out of 40 questions, the cutoff is around 19 to 20 questions, which isn't easy, but they go easy on percentiles, which last year was approximately 80 percentile. The last couple of years have seen the range between 78 to 80 as far as IRMA CAT cutoff is concerned. The issue of social concern exam is what becomes the decider. IRMA undoubtedly does not fall into this category. If I want to find a parallel, I can comfortably call it an institute which is able to generate options in terms of placement, in terms of exposure, in terms of internships, in terms of overall value addition equal to that of a 90 to 95 percentile college. But yeah, technically going by paper or going by numbers, their cutoff is around 78 to 80 percentile CAT. So I have put IRMA in this particular category. All the other institutes that come in, that is 4, LBS, UBS, KJ Somaya, TAPME, GIM, LIBA, NIRMA, they are all very strong regional players. So NIRMA is really well known in the West India, but people from South India might not, the organizations from South India might not be traveling specifically to IRMA to recruit. Very similarly, a LIBA, or there is a very strong cartel in the south, which is BIM Trichy, LIBA, NM Bangalore, SIBM Bangalore, though not CAT institutes, but there is a very strong regional pull that goes with these institutes. Very similarly, a 4 and LBS, a UBS Chandigarh, SRCC's GBO, or a Delhi University's MHROD, MIB and MFC programs, all of these have a very strong Northern India, Delhi, NCR presence, but again they are not able to attract placements from across India. So when I say institutes above the 90 percentile, above the 95 percentile range, organizations when they go there to recruit don't think about a geographical constraint before going there to recruit. But as far as this 80 to 90 is concerned, nearly every geography has one institute which is probably the best institute of that particular state in that cadre, and has a very strong regional presence, might not have a national presence. If I go by cutoffs, LIBA takes up CAT as well as ZAT scores, and in both of them the cutoff is approximately 80 percentile. If I go by GIM, which is Goa Institute of Management, they also take up CAT as well as ZAT scores. CAT cutoff was approximately an 83 percentile and ZAT is approximately an 82-81 percentile. NIRMA last year, in the last 6-7 years, had the lowest of cutoff and it was approximately 75 percentile. There are speculations that the forms that were filled were lesser in number, but just that I wouldn't want to go by just 1 year to generalize an institute. I would still put it categorically in the range between 80 and 90, and I somewhere feel that they will have a cutoff of approximately an 80 to 81 percentile this year. IRMA we have already discussed. 4 and LBS, both of them have a cutoff of approximately an 84 and 82 percentile respectively. 4 has 2 courses, 4 core and 4 IB, which is international business. This 4 core has a cutoff of around 85 percentile, whereas a 4 IB will be around 83. LBS also has 2 courses, both of which the cutoff is around an 80 to 83 percentile. Nirma we've discussed. Great Lakes. Great Lakes of late has started taking freshers as well. If I go by the older model where they used to be along the lines of an ISB as far as recruiting students is concerned, they used to end up taking kids with more than 2 years of experience. Now they've extended the program. Those 2-year work ex kids go for a 1-year program and the freshers go for a 2-year MBA. The cutoff for Great Lakes last year was again 78 percentile, but I don't think I want to again generalize it on the basis of 1 year's percentile. Great Lakes generally goes around the range of 80 to 81 percentile. It has a very strong positioning as far as 2-year work ex is concerned, but as far as freshers are concerned, the course is still picking up slowly but gradually. Delhi, both the courses, that is one of them SRCC's GBO and Delhi University's department, which has 3 specialized courses, which is MIB, which is International Business, MFC, which is Finance and Control, and the third one is HR, MHROD, which is HR and Organizational, Human Resource and Organizational Development. All of these courses have a cutoff of approximately 88-89 percentile. As far as the course rigor and everything is concerned, or the committees on campus or the student driven environment, both of these Delhi University courses, that is GBO as well as MIB, MHROD and MFC, might not be as highly rated as a 4 or a TAPME or an IRMA or a Great Lakes in terms of the events which are conducted on campus, but undoubtedly return on investment, they beat everybody hands down. Their fees is approximately, it's nearly half of a lakh, and they are able to manage around a 10 lakh kind of a package, which is similar to all the other institutes of this range, that is giving a return of around 9 to 10 lakhs on an average, but return on investment and the geography advantage disadvantage does play a very important part. And while I say geography, undoubtedly KJ Somaiya picks up a very strong advantage because of being in Bombay, and the fact that Bombay has a very strong cartel of tier 1 colleges, which is NITI, IIT Bombay, SP Jain, Narsi Monji and Jamnalal Bajaj. A lot of times the same pilferage does come down to KJ Somaiya, and their average package also stands tall in comparison to the institutes of this cadre. So I repeat, IRMA we've discussed. KJ Somaiya is somewhere sitting at a percentile cutoff of around 86. KJ Somaiya has a lot of courses, but yes, we do highly recommend the core course, that is the PGDM or the MMS. MMS takes Maharashtra CT, PGDM is through CAT or a CMAT. And the other course which KJ Somaiya has is IB, which is International Business. These two are highly recommended, whereas other courses like communication or retail management are not doing as great as the core and the IB. So KJ Somaiya approximately 86, Great Lakes we've discussed, Nirma we've discussed, 4 and LBS we are done with it. So more or less this is the cadre that you need to follow. In this particular range, a TAPME is something which seems to have fallen from that above 90 to this particular range because of their director's experimental way of working, wherein he did lower the cutoff a couple of times just to accommodate kids with greater work experience or greater profile, but somehow the documentation happens in a manner that only the numbers are taken care of. Hence a TAPME which used to be around a 93, 94 kind of a percentile cutoff in the first decade, say probably 2005, 6, 7 and all, it used to be approximately a 93, 94 percentile cutoff college, which has now fallen to around an 80 percentile. TAPME and GIM, Goa Institute of Management, both of them do offer another course called HCM, which is Healthcare Management. It is picking up slowly and steadily. They are trying to attract the doctors and the pharmacy students, but just that it's a reasonably new course, so it is taking its time. LIBA and GIM both are considered to be very high as far as discipline is concerned, and their earlier inclination to taking up ZAT's course is something which has given a lot of maturity to both the colleges in terms of the student intake is concerned. That's all as far as this particular cloud is concerned. Please take the, put in your interest. What you should do in this particular category is that if you think you're falling in this category, research about the cutoffs, research about the form filling dates, because if the dates are just after CAT results, makes sense to hold on to certain colleges. This is the first category wherein even if you end up taking your decisions on the basis of the geography of the presence of the college, or the job environment in the geography, say for example a Bombay giving an undue advantage to a KJ Somaya, or a Delhi giving an undue advantage to a 4, or LBS in comparison to a much lesser job market back here in Ahmedabad, or probably a Great Lakes in Chennai. Such kind of decision making can also be done in this category, because they are still not the top as far as national institutes are concerned. They fall in the third tier, but the cutoffs are in the range between 80 and 90 percentile CAT. All of these return on investments will be around a 9 to 10 to 12 lakhs in terms of fees, and similar 1:1 returns, so probably 9 to 10 lakhs in terms of the average packages that the students draw at the end of placements. That's all. Do your research, best of luck, and right form filling takes you far. Best wishes.